Hello folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. We're out here at the Avon Park Aero Modelers Association. We're going to take up the Tecnam 2010. Have a little bit of fun with her. Right aileron, left aileron, up elevator, down elevator, right rudder, left rudder. We got takeoff flaps, landing flaps. We're going to do takeoff flaps because we got like no wind. Already done my range test. My front nose wheel seems to be having some issues. So let me land her.
Landing flaps.
Let me land her. I seem to be having some issues with my front gear. Alright.
Flaps up.
Yeah, see how it's kind of wanting to get off to one side there?
Motor off.
Alright. Alright, motor's off. Let's see what's going on here. Seem to have a lot of slop in it. And, like I say, it's got a lot of slop in it. But at the same time, it seems to be kind of leaning to one side. Let me see if I can't bend it a little bit. See how that goes. Now it's got a 13 gram servo that protects it, so, or that drives it. See if that didn't help any. All right. Got to turn the motor back on. It seems to work so much better with the motor on to go forward. Yeah. Seem to be fighting that rudder just a little bit, but I can just adjust that back at the shop. She's gonna fly fine.
Time remaining 6 minutes.
It's a good flying plane. I gotta tell you, I highly recommend this plane. But I recommend it if you have a paved runway. It will work in grass, but very, very, very short grass is all it'll work in. Because there is, I mean, yeah, I can take the wheel pants off the back wheels, but that front nose gear, that front wheel is inside the plastic wheel pant.
Landing.
So you don't have a choice but to use that front wheel. The only thing I can think of is getting a different wheel assembly. Yeah, it's an easy plane to land. But like I say, right now, that rudder is, I just need to go in there and probably tighten it up a little bit.
Time remaining 5 minutes. Landing flaps.
There we go. Yeah, seems to be a lot of play in that front nose gear. And the really big lights on there are the easy lights that I've added.
Flaps up.
All right, we're gonna take off without, yeah, see, it's wanting to kind of wiggle off to one way or the other. So I need to go in there and tighten that gear up. And there are set screws that hold that in, so they just may be loose, and I'm sure that's what it is. It's got 2 set screws that hold that front gear in place, and I'm sure they're just loose. I should have really looked, I mean, I made sure everything was looked okay at the shop, but Should have checked them set screws. But those bigger lights are your easy lights. As you can see, she'll fly inverted for you. No problem at all.
Time remaining
Now,
4 minutes.
she does have regular lights on the wingtips, but they're not nearly as bright as those easy lights. And I knew I was going to have a lot of overcast today, so.
Landing flaps.
Yeah, I just need to go on there and tighten up that nose. I'm pretty sure it's those set screws, because that's what's acting like. I'm going to take it up one more time. I think I'll do takeoff flaps, kind of get her up in the air as quick as possible.
Flaps up.
That way I don't have to spend time on that rudder. She'll do a knife edge for you. I'm running a 2700 3S right now in her, and a Hobby Star 30 with a 35C discharge, and that's basically as far forward as I can get it, and the CG seems to work out just fine there. All right. Yeah, that's a good looking plane there now. But when there's like no wind at all, like the situation I'm in right now, if you've got flaps, use them. Otherwise, I got to make my approach a little further out and try to land on the runway early. Oh, come on, I can do better than that now. Yeah.
Landing flaps.
Yeah, I can do better than that. But yeah, I'll tell you what, we'll do just exactly what I'm talking about. We'll go a little further out. Got the flaps are up. Okay. There, she's bleeding off speed just fine. Well, hold on. Anyways, I'll go a little further out.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
All right, now I'm my speed. Now I should be fine. Yeah, she definitely. Yeah. There we go. That's a no flap landing there. And I wasn't using any aileron correction, just rudder and elevator. And of course throttle to make sure I have a little throttle management. But yeah, I just need to go in there and tighten that up. That's all that is. That nose gear just needs to be tightened up at the set screws. And they're inside the assembly. Let me just show you where that's at. Motor's off. You undo these 3 screws here. You can see them now with a 2mm, I think it's 2mm, or maybe a 1.5 hex head. This whole assembly pulls out, and you'll see 2 set screws. Just go in there and tighten them up. Maybe put some Loctite on them or something on the flat parts of the shaft of this, and that'll take out a lot of that slop. And that way you have more positive control on your landing. The other thing is too with this plane is make sure that when you see, there's my 2700 and my AR620, and I got the vector system, only using their stabilization right now, which is I think they call it dynamic. But when you put the hatch on, push that thing back, because even though it closes, you got to hear that click, otherwise this hatch will come off. So make sure you close it and then push that tab back. Now here's the easy lights I was talking about. And if you look on the end of the wing, it's got a constant green there, and it's got a constant red here, but that's the only stock lights. These other easy lights are what I have added. Well, there you go, folks. That is the Tecnam 2010. I highly recommend this plane if you've got paved runway or extremely short, well-maintained grass to fly on. Otherwise, you're going to be fighting the grass, because this cannot be modified. You can take these pants off, but the nose gear is within the plastic of this wheel. You'd have to get some sort of different assembly. So, all right, folks, there you go. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget, folks, faith, family, and friends, and them planes. Bye, y'all.